Hello, hello, and welcome to Humanities 110 Technology and Society. I'm Miss Webb, and I'm excited to be working with you this semester. So I wanted to take this opportunity to, first of all, say hello and to take you on a little tour around our course. And as I mentioned in the initial announcement, I'm still refreshing the class, so you'll see some stuff pop up over the next few days. You'll see due dates adjust and all that. So I'm sorry that everything wasn't clean and tidy from the opening of the class, but everything should be squared away soon. I'll also mention that I will be adding some readings in the next week or so. I've gotten some help from the library getting some materials digitized, and I'll be adding those to our course site. So I'm going to take you on a little tour of the course just to sort of show you where everything is. So let me share my screen real quick. Okay, so when you come into our class, it looks like this. Let me close a few tabs to keep things from being too messy. Okay, all right, so when you come in, you come to the announcements page, and for now, you want to head over to Start Here. Now, I know a few of you have already gotten in and done your initial activities, but if you haven't, go to Start Here first. You'll see a big list of things to do, things to know. You will see our course syllabus and overview. You'll see the academic integrity tutorial and quiz. To get to the quiz, come in and complete the tutorials, and then you'll find the quiz tucked at the bottom once you've completed those tutorials. Even if you've completed this for another class, I do need you to complete it for ours, and it should be the first work that you submit for the class. So from there, we have a list of recommended skills, some tips for enhancing your online writing skills, and then sort of just some how-tos, a few guidelines for Blackboard, and then information on Hypothesis. Hypothesis is an annotation platform that allows for collaborative annotation. We'll be using it a good bit this semester. Don't panic if you hear annotation. I'm not asking you to go in and take copious notes on texts. For instance, our first annotation exercise is with the syllabus, where I'm going to ask you to annotate at least one item and provide a question for me to answer. So I think you'll like it. I really like it. I'm hoping to use a lot more Hypothesis and a lot less discussion board as we move on with it. There's also the introductory post on the discussion board for you to introduce yourself and talk about something you'd like for us to focus on in the class. And then you can head over to week 1 in the course content area and get started with our content. I wanted to also mention, I don't have any, I'm not going to be quizzing or testing you on anything, any of the readings for this week. As I mentioned, a couple of things are being added, and I know some people may not have their texts yet. We are using Second Machine Age and The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. They should be in stock at the bookstore. I checked on that yesterday. And you're, of course, welcome to get them through another avenue if you want to use Amazon or a used bookstore. Absolutely feel free. So the place you will want to spend your time in the class is the course content section. I'll lay everything out on a weekly basis, and when you go into a folder for a week, everything that you need will be there. For example, when you come into week 1, you've got your little to-do list. There's a link to Start Here in case anybody missed it and went straight to course content, and then the links for our assignments each week. I wanted to pay special attention to the checkpoints. One thing that I do in my class that is a little different from some other instructors, every week we have a checkpoint assignment, and I basically just ask you how things are going. And you do need to respond, but if everything's fine, you can just tell me everything's fine. If you want to tell me more than that, you are absolutely welcome to. But if you have questions or need help, definitely let me know. Now, this doesn't take the place of emailing me when you have an urgent question, but what I found over the years is that students a lot of times won't tell me when they're having a hard time or tell me when they're having a question. So I make it a point to ask you every week and check in and make sure things are going okay. So always make sure that you check your feedback on your assignments. If you ask me a question in the checkpoint, I'll respond to that question in the checkpoint. When you start turning in writing assignments, I will leave questions, comments, and feedback on them. So please, please, please always make sure you look at the feedback on your assignments. I spend a good bit of time creating that feedback for you, and I want to make sure you use it. Collaborate. I use Blackboard Collaborate for my virtual office hours. I'm also happy to have live sessions if there's any interest in that, and I will record anything that we do live and post it on the site so that everyone has access to it. Sometimes in my online classes, students say, hey, I would really love for us to, a group of us to meet up and talk about topic whatever. Also, if you have something you want me to go over in a video, drop it in a checkpoint or send me an email. I'm going to do a video for you every week. Sometimes I'll do more than one video a week if they get really long, because you know, we all have internet attention spans. We can't be on videos forever. So if there's something that you want more coverage on or have questions about, definitely let me know. I'm happy to add that in. But when you get to Collaborate, it's just going to show you the Collaborate classroom, which we're not really using since this is not a synchronous course. Also, some information on course resources. I wanted to bring your attention to the Writing and Reading Center. The Writing and Reading Center is a wonderful resource. We are going to do a lot of writing and reading in this class, and I recognize that not everybody has had English 111, not everybody's comfortable writing essays. So if you feel like you need a little help, that's a great place to get it. I, of course, am always glad to help, but the Writing and Reading Center can give you some intensive one-on-one help. We also have an online writing lab that will allow you to submit your essay and have it returned with some suggestions. Purdue Online Writing Lab has been a good source for many, many years for writing concerns. We also have a library research guide from our own library here at CCCC. Our library is fantastic. We have amazing librarians who are incredibly helpful. They save me all the time. So if you ever need help with research or have some particular questions, definitely get in touch with them. So a lot of the other stuff is pretty typical stuff you'll see in an online class for resources. There's a direct link to the discussion board that, as I mentioned, your discussion links will always be in the weekly folders too. Over here under the contact information, my contact info is also on the syllabus, but I also have it listed here just in case. I need to update my Collaborate link. I'll take care of that. I have a much nicer, shorter link. I'll also stick a link over here in the sidebar to my Collaborate office so that when you want to get in touch with me for office hours, you can do that. Oh, I see an error there. Office hours are going to be on Tuesdays. So yeah, I need to have some more cleaning to do than I realized. There's the Blackboard calendar over here. Please do always check in with the dates in the course content section. You can click here to access your grades, and then the CC Cares information for resources that the college can provide is here as well. So that is a little overview of how to navigate the class. But again, the big thing, always make sure you go to the course content section. Sometimes students like run into the grade book and try to open assignments from there. We have readings, I provide instructions. Please, please, please always make sure that you are going to the course content section. So I will keep this short. I'll sign off now. I'll be back with some more information. I'll post an announcement when I have some more readings added for these first couple weeks. I may end up having to bump them if it takes a couple more days to get my materials. And I'll be opening more folders for those of you who like to work ahead. I'll have pretty much the whole course up in the next couple of days. So I'm really excited to have you aboard. I hope to see some of you in office hours. Please drop by and introduce yourself. I'm absolutely happy to have people come into office hours. You know, I miss seeing people in person all the time because of the pandemic, but I definitely always miss seeing students in person when we're in an online class. So definitely drop into the virtual office. I'll be back on campus a lot next month. I'm there a couple days a week now, but I'll be getting back to a normal schedule there. So drop by if you're on campus too. Thanks for your attention and your time, and I hope you have a wonderful summer session with us. Take care.